Okay, this video is going to show you a little about the infamous Singer 401A. It is, of course, one of the most sought-after Singers, along with the 1591 and the 201-2, and probably the 500A too. But this is the 401A, which has 30-plus built-in stitches, and you access those stitches by setting these two dials at different letter combinations, and also using the stitch width dial. It also uses the top hat cams. Now, the machine originally came with 5 cams. This machine comes with those 5 cams. Now, of course, there are 22 Singer cams available, but it's kind of redundant to buy the whole set because every design except the 5 designs made by these 5 cams are already built into the machine's internal cam stack. So, most of your cam designs are already built right into this machine. It is an all-metal machine. There are no plastic gears. It is gear drive. There is no belt. And it's, of course, the light beige and oyster white two-tone. I mean, if you're looking for a Singer 401A, you've probably done your research, so I don't need to go into a lot about it. This particular machine is in very, very good cosmetic condition. The painted surface is still very shiny, no major paint loss, paint damage at all. The edges are very clean and nice with no paint loss. There's a little ding right here in front of the little bobbin winder piece. And there's a little teeny tiny nick right here. But I mean, honestly, I've seen some trashed 401s, and this one is in pretty great condition. It's also in great working condition. Of course, it uses the Class 66 front drop-in bobbin. It has the slant shank, and it uses 15x1 needles. It is also double needle capable. And one cool thing about the Singers is you don't have to buy a special double needle. You can actually slip 2 needles side by side up into the needle clamp, and that's your double needle. Very cool. It does include the original double layer accessory box. This layer goes in on top of this layer and it closes. I got it laid out so you can see. Now, there are a couple minor things missing out of the box. The lint brush is missing, and there's a foot missing, and I can't remember what foot goes here. So I've replaced it with the gathering foot. Here's the button sewing foot, straight stitch plate, seam or fabric guide, 4 vintage metal bobbins, ruffler, zipper foot, binder, hammer foot, 4 out of the 5 cams, and 2 screwdrivers. Now, the 5th cam is in the machine. It is tabletop ready. It comes with a bottom drip pan, or of course you can put it in any Singer cabinet or carrying case. Going to go through a couple fabric samples so you know you're getting a good working machine. As always, that's all we offer, are good working machines. And if it has any idiosyncrasies or character flaws, we try to point them out, of course. We are honest as the day is long, and if we miss something, I normally try to point that out, or if there is a problem with the machine, I always point that out. This one seems to be good. It is freshly oiled, all the timing's checked, everything's ready to go. This machine is ready to work for you right out of the box when you get it. We're going to start with a straight stitch. And in typical 401A fashion, it's not the quietest machine. Singers are not quiet. Change over, it's going to change your 2 dials, and it goes to zigzag. Reverse. Works fine. She's ready to go. Now, I'm going to do a couple of the built-ins. This one's a really cool one that I like. It's H on the left dial and L on the right dial, and that's kind of a checkerboard pattern. One of my more favorite patterns. Kind of cool. I'm only going about half speed. This machine is very, very controllable on speed. Now, that's one of the combination patterns. Now, the primary patterns like the pyramid, which is B and N, and the rest of the patterns are adjustable on width. Your combination patterns are not adjustable on width. You just have to kind of and by the way, the PDF copy of the instruction manual I will send you after purchase. I do not have the original instruction manual, but you will get a full, complete, easy to read, nice PDF copy to download and print after you purchase. This is pyramid. And once you get the hang of this machine, it's not a difficult machine to use at all. And actually, you know, depending on what you use, stitch-wise, you can even memorize the stitch combinations. Like I know that B and L is zigzag. I know that H and L is my domino. I know that B and N is the pyramid. I know that B and M is the ball stitch. I mean, after you use the machine, you really get to know it. And nice stitch there. And I'm going to go back to a straight, which is A and K3. And also this machine does have adjustable needle position. People don't think about that, but A and B and C are actually your needle position. And that will be explained in the manual also. Alright, this is 6 layers of denim. I'm using a size 16 needle and just a regular domestic thread. And I'm on straight stitch. And as I said before, this is a gear-driven machine with no belt. There's your 6 layers of denim with a perfect stitch front and back. 14 layers of cotton. Again, I'm only using a size 16 needle. Of course, you never want to use a bigger needle than what you really need. 16s is what I keep on hand to go through all these demonstrations, but 14s are nice for general. 9s and 11s are good for delicates. Perfect stitch on 14 layers of cotton. Last but not least, 3 layers of garment leather. Now this machine is not industrial. It's not going to sew belts, although some sellers claim it will. I am not going to claim that. If you want to sew a patch on your leather jacket, if you want to trim your leather pants, or you want to make a leather skirt, or if you want to sew 2 layers of vinyl upholstery for your car, this machine is going to work for you. If you want to make nice sheaths, horse bridles, leather belts, and everything else, you're going to need an industrial machine, and there's no way around it because these machines were not made for that. This is a heavy-duty machine as compared to what you can go buy off the Walmart shelf. And if you're going to work with leather or vinyl consistently, I suggest buying an even feed foot, or what they call a walking foot, just because it takes some of the pressure and friction off of your feed dogs and motor, and it doesn't make your machine work so hard. It actually walks the fabric through instead of pulling it. Perfect, beautiful stitches front and back on 3 layers of garment leather, and you also get these fabric samples with the machine. And that, from Nifty Thrifty Girl, is a Singer 401A cam gear-driven machine.